No, they knew the knowledge. Knowledge came to them. As you love and serve and serve and serve, the knowledge will come to you. This is the assurance of the Vedas. No great saint and sage read books. They did, and they tapped the cosmic consciousness. Then why am I doing this? Very simple, a good question. You see, my guru is Bhagavan Baba, okay? Same as everyone has guru. And I take whatever he says, I do. And sometimes, so what I did, I'm telling this, okay? So the answer to this, number one, in full direction of my divine guru, Bhagavan Sadhguru. He said something fantastic. Way back in 1972, during a summer course in spirituality, Baba gives a lot of talks on Indian culture and spirituality, to make he doesn't call it track, but he calls it Indian culture and spirituality. He declared the following, very interesting, watch his words. There is no need to read all the textbooks. The one thing you should practice and that you should have in your heart is prema. That's it. So then, but he continued and said this. He said, but because the ancient rishis of India had handed over to us the sacred texts, which are full of meaning, it is our responsibility, the responsibility of all Indians, to read them, to try and understand them. We should also put into practice what is contained in them and hand over the essence and the things they say to the rest of the world. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm spending, though 3 weeks after my son's passing, I'm coming here because my guru has said, this is what you must do. Though prema is the thing we have to have, but because our great rishis of India have passed his knowledge on to, it's our responsibility of all Indians, to read them, to try to understand them, put them into practice. So I'm trying to read them, I'm trying to understand a fraction, I'm trying to put into practice, And perhaps God designed this particular drama in my last 3 years is to show that can you put into practice what you're telling, the world. And hand over all the essence and things to say to the rest of the world. So this is, no one can challenge why I'm doing this, okay? Though people ask why I'm doing this, I'll tell you this, a lot of people question. Not the non-Sai people, Sai people. How does one find or realize God? This is what the Vedas, whole thing about. Vedas will tell you, Hinduism never tells you, go and find God. Find where? Realize. Ultimately, realize what? Realize that divinity pervades. Realize divinity is in everyone. Realize divinity also in yourself. That is the realization they want. Okay, this entire Vedas talk about this. So we shall go into, however, the Vedas talk. Can you all see this? Can you all see that? Okay, we have moved the last page here. The Vedas talk of not giving attributes and discovering God. They don't say God is the biggest, God is the smallest, God is this, God is handsome, God. They go by a series of negation. Netty, not this, not this. No, God is not the biggest, not the smallest, not the most handsome, not. Why? Why not? Because you cannot describe him. If you say he is the most pretty, like Saraswati is the prettiest, compared to whom? Aishwarya Rai? Compared to whom? If you say he is the most handsome, compared to whom? Shah Rukh Khan? Compared to whom? Your version. You're going to ask an American guy who's Shah Rukh Khan. I prefer Mel Gibson, I'll tell you. So not the most handsome, not the most pretty, not the biggest. Why not the biggest? Because according to you, what is your understanding of biggest? You say biggest is the sky. What is sky? Nothing. 1 light year. Can you imagine 100 light years? You can't even imagine 100 light years. So your perception of biggest is most tiny. What is smallest? God is not the smallest. Why is not smallest? What did you understand? Smallest is like a hair, you say. Atom. You say atom. Even atom. You can't even imagine atom, yet you say atom. So forget trying to measure God by your understanding of beauty, of size, of grandeur. He is greater than all this. He is not this, not this, not this, not this, not this, not this. Finally, you cannot explain anymore. That is He. Because, see, there is Gunatirtha, beyond language. If you can describe Him, He is not Brahman. If you can describe Him, He is not Brahman. That's the meaning of it. Last time I mentioned to you about this. Another great civilization that understood the secret of the Chinese, the Tao. The Chinese call the Tao, T-A-O, Tao. Tao means the way. The way. That's the secret, the way. What is the way? They said that which can describe way is not way. Exactly like Brahman. The Chinese philosophy actually, the entire Chinese pantheon is exactly based on Hindu pantheon. No? In fact, the great Chinese scholars will tell you that, in fact, you know the Chinese have this in the entire Chinese pantheon. For example, in Hinduism, we have got the Hanuman. In Chinese pantheon, they've got the monkey god, okay, they call Chaitin Taising. They've got exactly same parallel figures there. Kuan Yin, goddess of mercy, is Lakshmi. You know, if you look at, any of you have seen the goddess of mercy picture or a statue, you'll see she wears a red dot here, a dot in the forehead, okay, goddess of mercy. So Chinese scholars will tell you that, okay, that they've got this. But the Chinese have adapted the entire pantheon and made into their own system, you know, which is a wonderful thing. Except they also poor things, you know, they don't understand much of symbolism also, you know, it's great symbolic languages there. So, not this, not this, not this. What you can describe, therefore, ultimately, guna tirtha, beyond guna. You cannot describe this formless divine. It's the first message, the Vedas tell you. You cannot, he is beyond the gunas. He is inconceivable. Just, therefore, because the formless divine, how do you worship the formless divine? Then the great rishis prayed to God, God, how can we mortal people, ordinary people, pray to the formless? Then the gods gave the way, they gave them visions through form. Form, through form, let them slowly go to the formless. Like the child needs to hold this table, you know, to walk. Then, when you become strong enough, the child will then say, now I can go. Like this, form will lead you to form. Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita says, don't think you can only worship me ultimately through form. You must go beyond form. Krishna himself says in the Gita, go beyond form. Very, very clear. Number 2. What is the meaning of neti concept? This is a beautiful explanation. A servant is searching for the master in a dark room. Okay, there's a dark room. A servant knows the master is there. He's searching for the master. Watch now. How do you understand that? Not this concept, okay? And he touches many objects. Not this. Not this. Like this, you know. He knows what is not. He knows what is not. When he finally touches the master, that's him. And I know him. You imagine now you're in a dark room, husband is there in the dark room, you're touching and finding where husband is. Touch the wood, okay, that may be his head, but you know that's not him, okay? Okay, or the pillow, okay, soft, but that's not him. That's him, right? That's him. Very interesting, eh? Not this, that's how the incredible description of that phenomenon. Another beautiful example given is, actually this is, I'm taking this from my guru, okay, who gave this example. He gave a beautiful example of not this concept. Rama, Sita and Lakshmana in the forest. They were meeting some rishis, you know, they came to a big ashram of rishis. And the ladies asked, so imagine the ladies sitting one side and all the men sitting one side. So the ladies asked Sita who her husband is. Because Sita is not shy, you know, she put her head down. She did not speak also because not mentioned, Hindu lady is not supposed to mention husband's name, you know. Nowadays, you know, but those days. Then, so what the ladies do, they point to various people and Sita shakes her head like this, no, Dhawan, just shaking her head. They point to Rama and Sita just smiles happily. She doesn't even say yes. They point. That's all. She's saying no, finally at the point Rama. She didn't say like this, just smiles her head. Happiness. Likewise, when one puts one's finger on the supreme reality, the Brahman, no words or action necessary, only supreme bliss and happiness. It's a beautiful description of this neti concept. That's why they say, the guys like me who don't know much only will talk a lot. The great rishis, once you realize they won't talk also. What do they talk?